Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to do these bantu knots on my hair. Never done this hairstyle before. This is the first time I'm going to try it, and so stay with me and watch this video to the end if you want to see the steps I took to achieve this hairstyle. Before I get into this video, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do so. Your support is needed. Using 2 packs of yarn wool for this style, I've pre-cut the first one, moisturizing my hair, combing it through with my big comb, and then I'll continue with my style, making sure the hair is well detangled before patterning into sections and tie up with rubber band will reduce the pain on my scalp. Done with that, I'm going to start sectioning my hair from one side of the ear to the other. This is what I use to guide when I'm patterning my hair. I make sure I cut through the middle of it, that is the center of my head, to the other ear. Since I sometimes can't see directly on my scalp, I use my imagination to do that when I get there sometimes, and I use my clips to hold the hair backward to separate it and not be in the way for me to start putting in sections. So finish with that, I'm going to start using my tail comb again to start patterning from the frontal part of the hair. I'm going to use a coastal gel and less jam. Front pattern I'm going for, it's going to look like a triangle, not a box. So that's what I did, section it away and then putting my gel at the side of the hair before I go in with my brush to try and make it smoother. From then I put my elastic band onto it. This will make sure the roots of the hair are strong enough for me to do my bantu knots on. I wrap my elastic band around. When it's finished, I hold the hair, I divide it into 2 and then pull it closer to my roots. In this way, the root of the hair will be tight, but not too tight, because it can cause a headache, especially with the tension that is on the root of the hair. So I'm continuing with the second one, showing you how I did the first one if maybe you did not see it well. I use the tail of my comb to part the hair in an angle form, not in a straight way. Because of the front pattern I'm going for, I applied gel to the hair and then I'm using my comb to just comb the roots up to lose the curls, and then using my brush to smoothen it out. I use my elastic band to hold it to make sure the roots are strong enough for me to continue my hair with, but not too strong. Hold the sectioned part of the hair, twist it around a little bit, then use my elastic band to wrap it. That's all. I used rubber band to wrap the ends of the hair because it's quite short, and anytime I put like a gel or anything inside, the hair will start shrinking. So I use this band to hold it. It will make it easier for my style that I'm going to go for. So now I've finished. This is how it looks. I'm going to put in more gel to soften the hair before I continue my mini braids. When I say mini braids, this hair that I'm going to do, the yarn wool that I'm going to put into it, I'm going to start with a braid, that is a 3 braid, and then I'm going to turn it into a twist form. That's how I did the style, so you have to watch it carefully. This is how I twist it around. When I do the braid and the twist, I mistakenly cut off how I put the yarn wool through the sectioned hair. Just showing you how I achieved that bantu knot. I'm going to show you in the next step coming how I passed the wool through the hair before doing a bantu knot. So in this part, I'm putting my gel back into my hair and then I make sure it's soaked with it very well. I use my comb to just starting from the end of the hair into the middle of the hair, make sure it's well combed. Pass my crochet pin through underneath of the sectioned hair, make sure the pin is open. Then I pass my wool yarn through the mouth of the pin and pull it through the underneath of the hair very carefully. This can hurt sometimes. When the pin pulls the hair out, I make sure I gently take off my needle, release the hair, and then pull one end of the hair through. Come and line it up and section that same hair again into about 3 parts. Looking at it how I'm showing right now, I divided my own hair with the yarn hair into 3, which will allow me to do the braiding from the bottom of it. When it's braided up to a point, I start turning the remaining hair into a twist until the end of the yarn strand. When I finish with this step, I make sure I wrapped it around. When I'm wrapping, I hold onto the root of the hair, make sure it doesn't slip out of my hand. In this way, when I finish with the bantu knot, it will be tight and strong on my scalp. So that is what I'm going to show in this one. This is how I wrap it. I hold the end of my hair, start wrapping around very tightly, making sure I'm holding onto the bantu knot very well. I wrap it all around, then I'm going to use the end point of the hair, going underneath. When I finish wrapping the bantu knot around, I see one that is not that strong enough. I use my elastic band to hold it about 1 or 2 times. You will see in a few of them that have used the elastic band to hold them because they are not that strong. And then I go to continue with the third one. I'm going to show you again how I did it all. In this one, I'm using the end of the yarn hair wool to pass through, not through to the center. I pass the wool through my hair again and then pull it out. Make sure I come and line them up, and then I start my braiding. I'm going to braid like a normal braid, just slide from the underneath or the roots, depending. Sometimes I directly start my twisting when I bring the hair out, depend how I want it to look like. So you can do it both ways and choose to just do directly twist from the root of the hair when you put the yarn through, and that is it. You can also choose to do the 3-3 braid from the bottom like mine, because my hair is very short and I feel like when I start the twist directly from there, it will not be that smooth. That's why I started 3 braids from the root before continuing with the twist. You see how it is looking, it's hiding my natural hair away from there. When I finish with the twist, there will be some of the hair or yarn that will be flying about on the end. I just use my scissors to cut them away from the end of it. Make sure it's clean and neat. That's all I do. And then I start my wrapping around. I wrap around in the same way I did with the first one. I hold it tight onto the root of my hair, and then I start wrapping from the bottom going up, and then bringing the end of the hair back into the bottom of it. It's quite simple. When I finish with this step, I use my elastic band. If it's not that strong, I wrap it around, and that is it. And so this is how my head is looking now. Going to finish the frontal part of my head. I'm going to show the back one too. If you can see what I'm doing, I'm just showing you how I managed to do the back. The back one is not easy because you can't actually see what you are doing. It's an imagination I'm using for this part. I managed to capture it in the camera for you to see what I'm doing. For this one, I start directly from the root with a twist, so you can see that some of the hair was kind of flying about. And then I come to just twist it around the same way I did with the other one. This is so simple. And so this is how the hair is all looking. When I finish, I'm going to turn around for you to see properly how I did this whole hair and how it is looking. When wrapping the hair around, you have to hold onto the roots very well, as I said, else it might end up coming out from your hand, which you start all over again. So I make sure I tight it very hardly with my hand holding onto the hair and then the roots, and I pass the end of it right underneath it, and I put my elastic band on it. This is where I put the band on to show you from the root of the hair into the center of it. And that is it all what I did, and I achieved this whole hairstyle looking. The wrapping around process took me an hour to do the hair, but then the section of the hair took me longer time because I couldn't actually see what I was doing. Sometimes I have to get up and use a mirror to look at the back of the hair, so that one took more of my time than the real bantu knot style that I did. So this is how the hair is looking. I'm just putting some kind of golden looking bit of accessories into it to just make the hair pop, and so this is how it is. Look at it from the side of the hair, how it came out. Do you like it? As I said, this is my first time ever doing this bantu hairstyle. I've never done it before on my head or on anyone. This is my first time ever trying this style, and I'm sure next time I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it even better than the first one. This is just a trial to begin with, which I think was not bad at all. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it and it will be helpful to you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. It's very important, and your support. Leave a comment down below. Let's interact. What do you think about this hairstyle today? And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.